Hey guys, today's video will be a short unboxing and a review of Jaybird X3 wireless headphones. These headphones are usually being marketed for sport and active lifestyle, but if you ask me, they are a perfect choice for any kind of activity, high intensity or passive, like listening podcasts and audiobooks. Follow the rest of the review and I will show you why should you consider these specific headphones over the competitors. And what's the difference compared to the older Jaybird X2s? These headphones are coming in this magnetically sealed box, which contains the headphones themselves without any ear tips for now, and the rest of the accessories are stored in this matte black soft pouch, which is right off the bat is the first main difference between Jaybird X3 and the older X2s. X2s came with a hard shell carrying case, which I found to be much better option over the current soft pouch, simply because this current one squishes the headphones inside way too much for my liking. I prefer having my headphones to be loosely stored in a case. Plus, a hard case is an extra protection from accidental drops and stumps. Let's open and see what it contains. First thing here is the charging cable with its proprietary cradle. This new charging method can be viewed as a downside or an upside. Depends how you look at it. The downside would be that now you need to carry this proprietary charging cable with you in case you need to charge your headphones. Previously, to charge the older Jaybird X2s, you needed to plug the micro USB cable directly into the headphones, which made it easy to use literally any micro USB cable available around you. As an upside, it is now a much tighter sealed product compared to older versions, where you had to open and close a clasp on the back of the right earbud each time you wanted to charge it, which throughout the time and use would eventually loosen up, compromising the water resistance factor. I should note that this is a standard micro USB cable and it can be replaced with a much longer one if you find this too short for yourself. You simply untie the cradle from the stock short cable and you can plug any other micro USB cable. In this pouch you will also find the two sets of ear tips, one made of silicone and the other made of memory foam, and the ear fins or ear wings, and this is exactly what you would find also in X2's box, with slight improvements here. The Comply memory foam ear tips are now providing a lot better sound isolation than previously, and ear fins are now bended slightly to the one side, ensuring a better fit for most of the ear shapes. They are now easier to tuck in into an ear fold. The last accessories in the box are this set of clips. These ones are designed for adjusting the headphone cord for an over-ear sport fit, as it is marketed by Jaybird itself. This design ensures a much more snug fit behind your head for certain high-intensity activities. But I find this adjustment method too strenuous for the cables itself, because as you can see the cord has to stay tightly bended for prolonged periods of time in these clips, which definitely will take its toll on the cord sooner or later. I personally prefer using these headphones with under-ear fit. Firstly, because I don't engage in too many jumpy and shaky activities while I'm working out, and second, because it prolongs the life of the cord, if you are planning to use these headphones for more than a year, that is. For an extra security, you could use this clipping method, which you attach it to your shirt to have it centered at all times. These are all the accessories we get in the box. It's quite similar to what we got in Jaybird X2's box, aside from some minor changes and improvements which I have mentioned previously. Now let's see what has changed about the headphones themselves. X3s have a slightly newer design. It is smaller in volume and lighter than X2s. My most favorite improvement is the flat back. Because of these headphones protrude a lot less out of your ears now. So you could say that X3s are now head and helmet proof. Now they won't be bulging out through a winter hat or giving you a hard time to fit into a helmet. And in general, they look a lot less dorkier now. The 6mm drivers are now located inside the cone-shaped housing, which is now a lot more comfortable to wear for prolonged periods of time. It has better sound reproduction over X2's, wider sound stage, and deeper bass. Basically, this is still the best sounding wireless earphones you can get. They sound as good as a Bluetooth earbud can sound with currently available technologies. As before, X3s provide 8 hours of continuous use, which is still at the industry's upper end of the battery performance. In my experience, this claim is true if you listen at about 50% of volume, so if you crank it up to maximum, expect it to be less. Also, they are still water resistant, and Jaybird provides lifetime of sweat-proof warranty. In my tests, you can wear them throughout a sweaty workout and not worry for them to get damaged. A rain and accidental drops into the water won't be damaging them either. Probably the most interesting update to Jaybird X3 is the companion app on Android and iOS for tweaking the sound signature of the headphones to your liking. The Jaybird My Sound app is a handy companion to have on your smartphone. One of my favorite features of it is that it shows exactly how much battery you have left in your headphones at all times, unlike the older Jaybird X2s where you had to basically guess how much it remains. Next, and probably the most exciting feature of this app is the ability to adjust the sound signature of the headphones, where you can either pick one of many available presets created by some famous athletes or other community members, or you could create your own from scratch and save it as your personal adjustment. And the great thing about all this is that the selected preset is actually being saved inside the firmware of the headphone itself. Meaning if you were to connect to another device, you would still have the exact same sound signature which you've just adjusted previously on your app. So you won't need to readjust your sound settings every time you connect to another device. Another upside to Jaybird X3s is their price. When X2s just launched, they were about $180. And then you would expect that Jaybird X3s would follow the suit. Well, they didn't, because X3s launched at about $130, which is already a great improvement in the price department, considering that they have been improved in many ways over the older models. And as usual, when the new headphones are being launched, the older ones are going down in price. So currently X2s are going for around $80, depending which color you choose. I will leave the links in the description of this video for both of these headphones so you can see the most up-to-date prices. As you can see, I'm quite satisfied with these headphones. It has almost no real flaws, apart from one I have experienced with Jaybird X2s. And I'm mentioning X2s just because I haven't used X3s long enough to know if that flaw persists on X3s. So this is just a cautionary remark. The following has to do with the silicone tips and fins, which come with the headphone. Basically, they become loose over time, up to the point where the tips would just fall down and fins would just stop being sturdy enough to hold themselves in place, and they would just freely rotate, compromising their basic functionality. My solution for loose silicone tips were to wrap a thin layer of double-sided sticky tape on the tubes and then put them on so they could stay secure. I can only hope that they improve the quality of the silicone this time around, but I can easily recommend these headphones to anyone who wants to get into wireless audio. They are all around the best. Thanks so much for watching this review. If you have more questions about this product, write it down in the comment section. I'll get back to you shortly. Cheers.